Hi, my name is Jane Ball. I'm coming to you from Toronto, Canada. This is my first video presentation. It contains extremely important information about how we, as a human family, can change chaotic conditions on the planet. Please don't switch me off hearing that seemingly preposterous idea. I know this video is lengthy. I've had many people in my life tell me people don't have the attention span to listen for more than 10 minutes. I believe they do, if the messages being sent are important and life-changing. This video is important and I intend it to be life-changing. I don't underestimate you, so please don't underestimate yourselves. Thank you for being with me here. 5 years ago in 2020, the planet was launched into worldwide states of fear and grief and stress and confusion and chaos and separation. Would it shock you to know that I was aware of this scenario potentially happening 10 years before it started? If so, keep listening. I need as many people as possible to hear my messages. Many people are under the impression that much of the chaos that began in 2020 is predominantly over. I'm here to tell you that the chaos looks like it's over, but unfortunately it is not. There is much happening on the planet that humanity does not know and desperately needs to know in order to properly and effectively protect themselves, heal themselves, and take their power back. I believe I have a unique and powerful solution to help humanity do exactly that. There is currently a great calling going out to humanity from many courageous and dedicated people living all around the world, urging humans everywhere to awaken to globally nightmarish conditions and circumstances that are happening right under their noses. These conditions are part of a covert plan to harm our human family. It is no longer covert, and many humans are saying no. The plan was designed many years ago, long before 2020. It is pervasive, affects all aspects of our lives, and has been steadily progressing in its implementation for many years. Please trust me when I say that life is screaming for your immediate attention. I do not want to create fear in you. There are many answers to solve our earthly problems. This video, I believe, is one of them. Please also trust that I have your best interests at heart. I present my ideas to you with the utmost sincerity. Please hear that in my voice and in the messages I'm about to share with you. My educational background is in psychology and wellness, and I've been studying the nature of life for most of my life because I've always desired to live in a world where peace, joy, love, unlimited abundance, and well-being are the norm. My personal spiritual journey over the last 40+ years has prompted me to read many powerful books that contain life-changing wisdoms. I've made some stunning discoveries and have experienced magic in my life. I have had the intention of sharing all of this with the world for many years. So here I am. Thank you so much for being here with me. While unearthing many life-altering wisdoms, I became aware that a whole new, loving world could soon emerge for all of us, a golden age. This video is going to explain to you how we go about co-creating a paradise on Earth. That might sound like a pipe dream to you. I want you to know that many humans all around the planet are already using their lives to create a utopia on Earth. I am one of those humans. We need some help to protect and heal our human family, so I'm inviting you to join the movement for transformation. It is real and it is exciting. It is vital that you hear and understand why your help is so important. While studying these beautiful wisdoms, I unfortunately became aware of the possibility of a particularly dark time occurring here on this beautiful planet if humanity did not wake up to who they really are, who their creator really is, and what is actually going on in the world. I had always hoped that dark time would never occur. It never had to. The global events in 2020 were a huge piece of an ongoing nefarious agenda. I instantly recognized the intensification of the dark plan when it started to unfold 5 years ago. Life prepared me for this time because I asked for it too. Thankfully, that preparation included the ways that humanity can stop the chaos. That is why I'm here right now. We can stop everything we don't want, and we can create everything that we do want. We need as many hands on deck as possible. This pivotal time in human evolution, which has the potential for complete positive transformation, has been predicted for many years from many sources. Some of you will already know that, but most people likely won't. There are many incredible teachers all around the world at this time who are on the very same or similar journey as I am here, all here with the same intention: to awaken humanity to their powerful, eternal natures, to have people realize that they are inseparably connected to our unconditionally loving Maker, and to each other as well, to create transparency about hidden secrets and harmful agendas, and to empower humanity to cast off their shackles and co-create a new world where all humans thrive and live the most extraordinary lives imaginable. I call these courageous teachers warriors. They are also known as the light workers, the awaken aware, the healers, the new agers, and the truth seekers. They go by many names. They are here to awaken. They are here to enlighten and empower and inspire their human family. I have been inspired by many of them, and I hope I'll be paying it forward by inspiring all of you. These remarkably dedicated teachers have been working tirelessly to succeed in elevating the consciousness of the world for many years. As a result, there is a gentle but powerful revolution occurring among the people of our planet, and the revolution's membership excludes no one. It is an undertaking so noble, so imperative, so exciting, and so life-changing that words cannot appropriately describe it. I am inviting you to consider joining this movement for change. It is not a cult. It is not a religion. It's a massive group of humans all around this planet who desire to live in a world where human beings can truly and fully thrive. This extraordinary group of humans are using their lives with the intention to better the world. They are determined, free-thinking individuals who have challenged the status quo about almost everything. They are delving deeply into the nature of life and the illusions of life. They are discovering and creating innovative solutions to almost every problem that exists. Although many of you may be completely unaware of them, their dedication and their outstanding work have significant global impact. They are trailblazers for the human family. Many have become leaders and mentors. Many of these awakened souls are not standing on stages or pumping out books and research. Many are choosing to live more consciously and lovingly and putting their energies into the promotion and creation of a better world. They are conversing with others who are interested in finding more peaceful and joyful ways to live. So all efforts that contribute to human advancement are important, and they're all powerful. The warrior tribe is expanding. The awakening has been happening for hundreds of years. It has not occurred overnight. As a result, the consciousness of humanity is rising. That means we're becoming more aware, more honest, more responsible, and living with intention. Awareness is always the first step towards change. So the goal for humanity is to understand many things that they have been largely unaware of: the magical stuff, the harmful stuff, and everything in between. We will clean up the harmful stuff quickly with enough collective will. Becoming aware of our magical and powerful natures and activating them is the key. I could talk forever about that. Understanding who we really are is a complete game changer. I've repeatedly experienced my powerful nature, and I hope to convince you of yours. You will suddenly embrace life with unbridled excitement, enthusiasm, and hope, and shine your God-given lights everywhere you go. The light workers are not perfect, and they do not all agree with one another about everything, but they do their best to embody and demonstrate a new way of living in the world. It is not the only way. It's simply another way. I pray that I can ignite the light that resides in all of you. We have a golden opportunity to shine together like never before. Many of the lightworkers have not only delved deeply into our spiritual natures, but they've also learned about our evolution as a human species. This profoundly important knowledge has yielded rich information about how and why most of our individual, our familial, societal, and planetary problems have come to manifest in the first place. We all know that it's much easier to solve a problem when you understand why a problem was created in the first place. Einstein was attributed to have said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." Understanding why something has happened can prevent devastating circumstances from recurring. So everyone, let us grow in our understandings and mature as a species to take the responsibility for our beautiful flock and thrive like never before. May we empower ourselves by opening our hearts, expanding our minds, and fueling our spirits to create powerful change. Ask God, Creator, Universe, I use these terms interchangeably, to lead you to the lightworkers who would be the best teachers for you, whether it be due to their personalities, the nature of their work, or their ability to speak your language. Each teacher has their own unique styles, strengths, and messages to send. These messengers have been creating remarkable work: books, research articles, podcasts, videos, seminars, documentaries, conferences, workshops, websites, all of it for you to investigate and grow from. The lightworkers are not superior to anyone. They know this. They are a humble group on a self-chosen mission to heal the world in whatever way they can. Join the team for humanity. We embrace and welcome all of your unique talents and skills and personalities and wisdom. When humanity realizes and harnesses their innate power and learns how to consciously create things, especially en masse, we can easily change the conditions on Earth. That is the main purpose of this video, to teach people how to co-create a new world, a golden age, a new spirituality on Earth. It will be a shift in paradigms, a shift in awareness, a shift in our individual and collective intentions, and a magical shift in our experience of life. It will be a literal emancipation from bondage to freedom in every sense of the word. We have become so accustomed to feeling small in this world. We have been conditioned to believe that we need leaders to make the decisions that impact our lives, because otherwise there would be chaos in the streets. Our mainstream media ensures that we see all of the chaos in the world. It reinforces our ideas that humans, they need continuous policing. I see the good in everyone. I always have. Everyone has goodness in them. Those who have failed to demonstrate their innate goodness have their own personal stories that potentially led them to make ineffective choices. What if our global broadcasts were churning out stories to inspire and excite you? Wouldn't that be a radical idea? It would be a way to bring out the best in everyone. The new paradigm, the new spirituality, will promote, respect, honor everyone's wishes, and their wishes to live their lives peacefully and harmoniously. It will be understood that no one will cause harm or injury to another. Does that sound too good to be true? You may be reluctant to believe all of this talk about human liberation. Keep watching. I have many profound wisdoms to share with you. So if you're still with me now, whether it's due to curiosity, intrigue, or desire, I thank you. The heightened turmoil and planetary drama over the last 5 years has expedited the implementation of the dark plans, but it also expedited a global awakening in millions of people. That global awakening is no accident. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Transparency about hidden things is happening. When humanity is desperate for help and asks for help, help arrives. It comes in different ways for different people. So pay close attention to the answers that come when you ask a question or call for help. You may be yearning for answers. You may feel hopeless about your life situation. You may be disillusioned or confused about the injustice and the craziness in the world. There are endless reasons why humanity is feeling unsettled and unbearably concerned. The intention of my video and the process I'm going to encourage all of you to participate will provide simple ways, effective ways for you to help yourselves and to help our entire species. Are you desiring to live in a better world? If so, you're in the right place. Desire is the beginning of all creation. If enough humanity authentically and passionately set the intention to change the world, we cannot fail. The shift has already begun. There's a creative momentum in the air. We will essentially end human suffering in all its shapes and forms. These new times and exciting ways of living will be based on new ways of thinking and new ways of being. I will expand on this as we advance through the video. I feel that I have a unique and powerful understanding about all of this, since I have studied it all for so long, and because it's no longer just a theoretical concept for me. I've been blessed to experience the manifestation of my desires. As a result, I have a proposal, a simple, easy, and powerful strategy to literally shift the unwanted planetary conditions from fear to love, from sickness to wellness, from oppression to freedom, from poverty to prosperity, and from chaos to joy. In addition to studying diligently, I've been consistently applying many spiritual laws, principles, and wisdoms in my life. I've essentially been using my life as a test to test out their validity and their effectiveness. I've been blessed to finally discover who I really am. I'm not small or limited or powerless. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Nor are any of you. We never were. I, like most people, bought into the many narrow and erroneous narratives I'd been hearing all of my life with their disempowering messages. Few were ever encouraged or equipped to change much of anything, and few were ever encouraged to tackle healing the injustices of the world. Many of those who did became heroes. Since my childhood, I've been saddened and perplexed about why there was so much unnecessary turbulence in the world. I knew that I was not alone in my desire to live in a kinder world. In my opinion, there never had to be poverty and war and constant abuses of humans on every level. So I kept asking my Creator through prayer, through my thoughts, my writings, and my heartfelt pleas for answers to why life wasn't easier or fairer. I found my way to many profound answers, not just because I was curious, but because I sensed there was more to me and more to understand about reality. There had to be. If God was loving, why wasn't God answering the prayers of the people of the earth? I craved to understand the meaning of it all and wanted to know exactly where I fit in. I'm sure there isn't one of us on earth who doesn't have these same existential questions. I'm sure we all wonder what kind of life we're capable of living. My life has literally been guiding me and helping me every step of the way in order to assist me in sharing many beautiful insights, wisdoms, and personal experiences with you. I have several other projects I've been pouring myself into for many years and working to complete. I intend to offer them all to humanity to inspire and excite you. Just a few weeks ago, I received some spiritual guidance that my video, which I had put on the back burner a while ago, should go out to the world quickly to have the most impact. I've been creating a very detailed audio communication to provide people with more detailed explanations about the messages in this video, and intended to have those two projects simultaneously sent out. I was a little thrown by the unexpected guidance to quickly get my video out, so I scrambled and did my best to dot my I's and cross my T's and get my technological ducks in a row to put together a presentation that would do a proper and effective job of relaying these profound, important messages to you. I want to encourage every one of you to dream big and to have faith that we, the human family, can transform the world. You are all magnificent, exquisite, and powerful beings. You may never have been told that before, or you may have been told and you may not have believed it. I am telling you that you are, and I'm telling you that with excitement. So please be excited. I want to share some of the most powerful wisdoms with you now in this fervent hope that I have that I can ignite faith in you about all of this. And most importantly, to galvanize as many of you as possible, a minimum critical mass of you, to participate in a process that can literally change the world. You may think that a critical mass requires over 50% of us. It does not. It only requires 2 to 4% of the human population. Think about that. 2 to 4%. I have experienced mind-blowing things since I awoke to my powerful abilities. I have stories that would throw you into states of awe and wonder. I have put together the details about all of this in my detailed audio communication, which I hope to be releasing sometime very soon. You may wonder why I haven't made a public appearance about all of this life-changing information before now. That would be a natural and valid question. I could have started to formally teach much of what I had learned 20 years ago, but I stayed in deep, continued study because I believed my contribution to helping humanity also necessitated becoming aware of the big picture, our worldly situation. This was especially important to me because I had yearned for a better world to live in. The other deeply concerning reason I kept digging was because I had read in books about potentially devastating times coming for humanity if we didn't awaken and switch course. With intense and continued study, I discovered a dangerous game going on here. My heart was heavy. I felt it was my duty and responsibility to do my best to learn as much as possible and come up with creative solutions to avert those dark times from occurring. One of my solutions was writing a book. I've been prioritizing and focusing on it for years. It is near and dear to my heart. It was and is my most effective solution to create a utopia on Earth, and by doing so, preventing a potential dystopia from occurring. I have never wavered on my intentions or my commitment to my book. You may wonder why understanding and applying spiritual wisdoms could change our future. This is why humans have been consciously and unconsciously creating what goes on here on Earth since the beginning of time. Things aren't randomly happening. The awakening process is providing us with great insights about how to influence what occurs on planet Earth. Our increased self-awareness has created maturity and readiness to embrace the notions that there could be a better way, there could be another way to live. These profound spiritual wisdoms underpin everything that goes on in our world. So by becoming aware of the wisdoms and applying them, a critical mass of humanity can change reality in any direction they choose. It can completely change our experience of life. We can realize and remember who we truly are. Once self-realization occurs, you never look back because your life becomes magical. The distance between self-realization and self-actualization can often be instantaneous. What I mean by that is once you know who you are, you begin to experience who you are. Your life begins to unfold in fascinating and synchronistic ways. You then feel the instinctive urge to awaken your human family to what is possible for us all. Humanity has a very important choice to make with how it advances at this time. Humans can go deeper into the dark times or shine more brightly than ever before and embark upon mind-blowing and heart-expanding adventures. Sounds impossible and implausible, I'm sure. The events and circumstances of my life have unfolded perfectly, even though at times it didn't always feel that way. Believe it or not, there's absolute perfection in everyone's lives. Even the hard stuff, especially the hard stuff. I believe this video presentation is an example of perfect timing. It is one of my creative ways to reach large numbers of people, to awaken you, and to excite you. Many of the light workers call this the most exciting time to be alive, because each of us has the opportunity to participate in the transformation process to heal the world. As I was embarking on my journey of self-discovery 20 years ago, as a test, I wrote down 3 very tangible materialistic things on a piece of paper for the universe to bring into my experience. They were purposely tangible things, so I could not mistake them coming into my life, not because tangible things were ever important to me. Anyone who knows me can attest to that. peace, joy, wellness, and fulfillment. They were my personal and my worldly goals. But I wanted God to show me undeniably that I am a creator being. If my Maker convincingly showed me that my thoughts create reality, I promised to spend the rest of my life learning how to create my best life and teach others how to create theirs too. I have not reneged on my promise. My commitment has never wavered. So here I am. When I wrote my list for Creator all of those years ago, I gave him a period of 1 year to have at least one of the 3 things on my list to arrive. I focused on these 3 things each day during quiet meditation for about 30 minutes and went about my life as per usual. 2 months after I wrote my list, one of the 3 things arrived in my life. I was so excited about it that during the entire year following the arrival of the first thing on my list, I was having constant magical experiences. I knew that something magnificent was happening to me, and I was continuously dazzled by it all. My journey was a heartwarming and mind-blowing experience, and continues to be so. I had lots of help from the heavens and miraculous experiences that defied all logic and reason. 2 years after the manifestation of the first thing, I added a 4th thing to my list. That 4th thing, from that time forward, was always my daily priority. That 4th thing was my book. Several years later, the 2nd thing on my list manifested. I saw the process of unfoldment. I respected it and trusted it. I was humbled and overjoyed, knowing that universe was always helping me to create my best life. It wasn't just checking things off my list that provided me with such faith. It was also the miracles I experienced all along the way that were just as empowering and inspiring for me. If the universe helps me, then it also helps you. Each of us are powerful creators. Our possibilities are as endless as our imaginations. There is great power in numbers, everyone. That's the really beautiful thing. We can all help each other using our powerful natures. Please pay close attention to what I'm about to say. We have been taught a great many things in life about ourselves, about the world, and about our Maker that have been incomplete or incorrect. Believe it or not, this reality has been full of falsities by divine design. I will repeat that. This reality has been full of falsities by divine design. This is the message I want to hit home with all of you. It will release your fears and your resistance to what is occurring on planet Earth, and hopefully create a new state of open-mindedness in you. A long time ago, our human family, a unique collective of exquisite souls, mutually decided and agreed to play this magnificent, beautiful, interesting, challenging, and often distressing and deadly game. We did so for the growth of our individual and collective souls. Our Creator has honored humanity's decision because Creator's biggest gift to us is our free will. So we have come into the physical world agreeing to forget what we know about ourselves, about our Creator and the game we've set up here. We decided to challenge ourselves once we got to Earth to remember what our souls already know. So souls incarnate here with various missions and goals and have all sorts of experiences which allow the souls to remember themselves. It is well known from the profound spiritual literature out there that feelings are the language of the soul. They provide wisdom and clarity. They enhance our intuition. They honor our personal truths and guide us to our next perfect moment in the fulfillment of our personal and collective agendas. These messages from the soul are not the frenzied, scattered, anxious feelings we all have that are due to the reactions to the turbulence in life. Our world is full of distractions and distortions and deceptions and dramas. Our egos, which is our false self, gets easily caught up in it all. We have detached from spirit and have become over-identified and over-attached to our personal stories and forgotten what is real. Detaching from our false selves and their superficial and mundane aspects will allow us to reconnect with our spirits and follow the feelings and whispers of our souls, the ones that lead us to our highest destinies. So our task here as humans is to remember who we are and all of our creative magnificence, to remember our inseparable relationship with our unconditionally loving Creator, and our inseparable relationship with all of humanity, and to realize what is actually going on in our world. Once these remembrances occur, humans are empowered, and once empowered can set themselves free. Once you recognize and realize your divine nature and supernatural power, you will feel an indescribable excitement about your life. What is unleashed, as a natural consequence, is a constant desire and decision to live creatively and in states of continued expansion. Your choices to live authentically and lovingly will reflect and demonstrate your new commitment to stay in alignment with who you truly are. You will start to flow with life instead of fighting and condemning it. You will always choose freedom, as freedom will be the new song in your heart. You never see life the same way again, and you will choose to be in the driver's seat, always. Life becomes extraordinary. We will all come to understand that we have been the creators of our world since the beginning of time, because creativity has always been our birthright and our true essence. Millions of people have become aware of this, have experienced this, and are significantly contributing to the momentum of the beautiful shift. And what is needed at this time is for more people to awaken and consciously decide how they want to live, and to use some fundamentally powerful wisdoms to create a tipping point. It's a numbers game and a love game we're choosing to play here. I have an exciting perspective now, and I am so very grateful for it. A new perspective can shift your reality. I have learned that the universe is our playground, a place where we are able to experience life in as many ways as our minds can conjure up. Have you ever thought of life like that before? Our Creator is ready and willing to assist and empower all of us to live any desired experience we choose to have. We just have to clearly tell Creator what we choose and trust that your request has been heard. Then we need to align ourselves with God's love, where all things are possible. It sounds complicated, but there's nothing complicated about it. Life is always standing ready to help us to live the lives we've rarely dared to dream. The many things I chose to manifest over 20 years did not all manifest instantly. Some things did, actually many things did. But the perfect timing of the many, many self-chosen manifestations in my life always brilliantly illustrated the perfection of it all. I am still focusing on manifesting many of my goals. Most of the time, I trust the universal order of things. But like everyone, I am often perplexed why certain things don't occur more easily or in a more timely manner. I am still learning like everyone is. I will always be a seeker, forever exploring what excites and fascinates me. My journey has not been devoid of challenges. Life has certainly thrown me some unexpected curveballs. I also clearly decided and declared to my Creator many years ago that I would be a teacher, a healer, an author, and a messenger of these wonderful new wisdoms. As a consequence, life would have to serve me up some experiences to learn from, and people to teach and heal, and situations where I could apply what I had understood conceptually, so they could become teachable experiences to share with others. I definitely experienced disappointments and frustrations and what I perceived to be some unfortunate setbacks. I had to always remind myself that there was always perfection to the events that were occurring in my life. I also sometimes experienced social isolation when I chose to walk a road less traveled. I was often judged and felt misunderstood. I did not let that bother me too much. I was on a mission to help humanity. Admittedly, I often got overwhelmed with the vast amount of information that I was constantly consuming, but I remained fascinated about it all. Unfortunately, I found it difficult to entice and convince others to even consider that there could be a more powerful or peaceful way to live. I accepted that and lived my life as authentically as possible, recognizing that people are all at different stages of readiness and willingness to question their deeply planted belief systems about most things. I learned that everyone's journey is perfect. When it comes to miracles, do you ever wonder why so few of us experience them? Have we been given the tools? Do we know the recipe? Have we been told that all thoughts are creative? Have we been told that thoughts become things? Have we been taught that fear and doubt are barriers to experiencing miracles? Unfortunately, too many of our unanswered prayers have rendered our faith and prayer practically obsolete. It is my intention to change that. I don't think any of us have had trouble dreaming up beautiful visions for ourselves. Our innate inner craving for joy and desire for complete freedom, it's built in. Our restrictive world has kept most of us from thinking those dreams could ever come to fruition. That has affected our faith as well. Let us dissolve the barriers of fear and doubt and choose to live in love and faith. Does that sound complex or arduous, everyone? Love and faith is our agenda. They are mental and emotional decisions. We consciously choose a wonderful world, whatever we want that to look like, and walk forward in every moment with that energy. The memories of my miracles continue to fuel me and humble me and inspire me every day. Experiencing the magic of life even once can propel you forever, especially during the most difficult times. I know I definitely learned the most from the tough times. Most people do. Those times had me dig deeper. They had me call out to my Creator with more frequency and with more resolve. And most importantly, they prompted me to listen more carefully and more closely for the answers that arrived. Those answers provided information and increased my understanding. They reassured me, strengthened my faith that I was never alone, and always guided me on my journey to fulfill the intentions that I had clearly made for myself. As a consequence, I've stayed faithful and resolute, and I've always tried my best to steer my ship as clearly, confidently, and calmly as possible despite the weather. I believe that this video has all of the essentials to help humanity expedite the shift in consciousness. My audio includes the essentials as well and is full of detailed examples of how I navigated my life and what choices seemed effective and ineffective based on my stated goals. It is full of cited passages from many profound books. Putting my audio together was a labor of love. It is long because I felt the details matter. The details in and of themselves were not always important, but the sequence of events and how my life continued to unfold was truly fascinating. My life review can hopefully provide all of you with significant insights and deeper understandings to help you flow through your lives with ease, confidence, excitement, and fearlessness. If you don't care to go deeper and listen to that audio address, that's perfectly okay. Choosing to participate in the process I'm about to propose will work magic in your personal lives and have impactful effects on global planetary change. I've copied and pasted the instructions for the process I'm about to ask you to participate in my audio as well. That way, if someone chooses to see my video and not my audio or vice versa, we will all have the very same instructions and we will all be on the very same page, as they say. So, let's change this game, shall we? Please remember that in addition to creating our most fulfilling life, the point of life is to remember who we are, who our Creator is, and what is going on in the world. Therefore, many of your deep-seated beliefs may be challenged. When I started on my spiritual journey, I had to humble myself many times. I had to sit with many ideas without immediately rejecting them, a process that modern culture rarely encourages. Many of my beliefs were definitely challenged, and I had to just entertain some of these ideas with detachment to see if they eventually resurfaced at a later time or in a different way. Please know that you don't have to agree with anything. Just consider everything. Consult your spirit, use your intuition, and do your own research. By the way, what I've learned about Creator and about who we are is far greater than anything most of us have ever been formally taught or have ever imagined. It is important to note, I am not professing to be a guru or master of anything. I am simply a long-standing, conscientious student of spirituality. Most warriors are not correct about everything. There is simply too much to absorb to never have some of it wrong. There are lots of puzzle pieces, so I'm sure that I could be wrong about things too. I may have misunderstood some of what I've learned, as we all sometimes do. Everyone will be on their own unique learning curves, as we advance in our growth as a species. There are many incredible humans out there with expertise that will amaze you. I want to alert you to the fact that some people who purport to be leaders in the truth movement are actually imposters. Many of these imposters have huge followings. They speak much of the truth, but are secretly playing a dark role or are aligned in some way with promoting or pushing harmful agendas. Many are very convincing. I have trusted some of them. Most warriors have had this experience. Having that experience forces one to be more discerning and careful about who and what to believe. Please be aware that your biggest and most honest source of truth is going within, whether it be in prayer or in meditation. In that sacred space, listen to the wisdom of your soul and the wisdom of Creator. If you are aligned with truth and desire truth, you will be divinely guided to what you need to know. Universe is always programmed to help you. So over many years of investigation, I often felt like a jack of all trades, knowing a little bit about a lot of things. My goal has always been to become increasingly masterful with living the spiritual wisdoms and to be a force for positive change. With the vast and often overwhelming amount of information I've consumed, I am confident that I now have a clear grasp of the big picture and the small picture. The big picture is that humanity is in crisis and our future could be beautiful or bleak based on our choices here. The small picture is that each and every human soul, who are all part of the whole, has been underestimated, undervalued, and is capable of extraordinary things. I am passionate and motivated to empower you. Much in our world is working wonderfully for us. Let's keep and improve everything wonderful. Let's use our collective will with our minds and hearts to recreate what is not working, that which no longer serves us, and especially that which harms us. I promise I will steer you in the right direction to the best of my ability because I love my human family. I have carefully selected 30 of what I consider to be the most powerful spiritual wisdoms for you to become aware of. The life-changing process that I have personally crafted and I am about to invite you all to participate in incorporates most of these wisdoms. If a critical mass of humanity, 2 to 4%, participates in this process, it will be enough to create magnificent change. Try to embrace these wisdoms with the same open-mindedness and heart energy I have chosen to embrace them with. Had I not embraced them, I wouldn't be here right now. I have not mastered all of them. I am a work in progress on my road to wholeness, just like everyone else. Here are the wisdoms and how I have come to understand them. Some of these wisdoms are so important to hear that I repeat them twice. Some of the wisdoms are so imperative to hear, I say listen up just before mentioning them. Some of the wisdoms stand alone. Other wisdoms build upon each other and are interrelated. They provide nuances, subtleties, and expansion about the same or similar truths to promote further understanding and for clarity. Without knowledge, there can be no wisdom. It is one thing to know and another thing to be able to use what you know. Wisdom is knowledge applied. Wisdom number 1. We are all eternal, multidimensional spiritual beings. We never die. We just change form. Wisdom number 2. We are all unconditionally loved by our Creator, regardless of any belief that any of us hold and any choice that any of us have ever made. That is the promise of God. There is nothing we have to do here on earth to earn God's love, nor is there such a thing as eternal damnation. Any idea to the contrary is false. Wisdom number 3. The purpose of the soul is to turn its grandest concept of itself into its greatest experience. Life on planet Earth provides a contextual field for the soul to do that. Everything in life is creative. providing endless opportunities and endless ways for the soul to experience itself. Identifying and honoring your soul's agenda is important and will enhance your life experience. Listen to its whispers, its nudges, its deepest desires, and its guidance. Honoring the path of another is also important. All relationships are sacred, so do not infringe upon or do harm to another human soul. Wisdom number 4. You are a powerful creator being, and you are the creator of your life. Your tools of creation are what you think, say, and do. I repeat, your tools of creation are what you think, what you say, and what you do. Remember that always. For creation to occur the most effectively, pay close attention to how you're using your thoughts, words, and actions. Make sure they're in alignment with each other and with your stated goals. For example, is what you're saying matching what you're thinking? Is what you're doing matching what you're saying? Are you expressing your true thoughts or just what others want you to hear? If you announce that you're going north, then don't head south. So people often don't get what they desire for several reasons. They are not aware of the fact that they are creators of the reality. They are aware, but are using their tools ineffectively. They change their minds about what it is that they want, so they get mixed results. And a fourth reason is creation of the collective affects the creations of the individuals within the collective. Wisdom number 5. The first law of the universe is you can be, do, and have whatever you can imagine. I repeat, you can be, do, and have whatever you can imagine. Limited beliefs and their corresponding thoughts create limiting experiences. Unlimited beliefs and their corresponding thoughts create unlimited experiences. Examine your limited beliefs which block your highest desires for yourself. These blocks can apply to all areas of your life. For example, if you're finding the perfect partner, it's been a challenge, what are your potential blocks when it comes to relationships? Could you be afraid of attracting the wrong person yet again? Could you not feel worthy to meet a certain man or woman of your dreams? Could you feel worried that you would have to give up too much of your freedom if you ended up in a relationship? There are all sorts of reasons to examine what you believe and why you believe it. What about your financial situation? What are your deep-seated beliefs about money? Do you believe that there's never enough? That money is inherently bad? That you have to work really hard for lots of money to arrive into your life? Identify your blocks and clear them to allow your chosen experience to manifest. There's a spiritual wisdom which states, believing is seeing. It would be a great idea to immerse yourself in miracle stories. It will plant beautiful seeds of faith within you, and it will have you toss out your mental ideas of impossible. It may be the most important life-changing thing you can do. Have you ever studied the placebo effect? How is it that people can completely eradicate disease from their bodies when they are given a sugar pill? It is possible because they believe it. That is how powerful your beliefs are in creating your life. With your imagination being a key factor in the law of the universe, think of how embedding these kinds of stories in your mind will have your imagination work in expansive and unlimited ways. I will expand on the power of imagination in a different wisdom. Wisdom number 6. Separation is an illusion. We perceive that we are separate from our Creator and from each other, but we are not. Our beliefs in separation have caused us to behave in ways that have divided us. We are all one. We are all energetically connected, like individual branches on the same tree, and like fingers on a hand. Because we're inseparable on an energetic level, we affect each other's frequencies and each other's creations. Universe will always obey everyone's creations, so the creation of an individual can be affected by the creative choices of a group that individual is creating within. The entire human species is a collective, all co-creating together. So is a country, a society, a workplace, a neighborhood, a family, a marriage, a group of friends. Because so many people on this planet are unaware of their creative power and not cohesively creating together, manifestation results are mixed. If you're looking for your creations to be the most impactful, try to co-create with like-minded people with the same or similar intentions. If you do not belong to such a group, it would be effective to find one or create one. If you want to raise the consciousness of a group, you can inspire and educate others about their creative power. Wisdom number 7. The biggest gift our Creator gave us is free will. Creator does not have a will for you as many people believe. His will for you is your will for yourself. I repeat, Creator's will for you is your will for yourself. How Creator interprets, determines, and grants your will is via your intentions and how you use your tools of creation. This is how we express our free will. Listen up. When humanity allows atrocities to exist in the world through silence, acquiescence, apathy, or compliance, these situations continue to exist because Creator interprets that response as your will and cannot step in to change it. Wisdom number 8. There's a spiritual solution to every problem that ever exists. Problems arise from the mind, while the solutions to problems come from the heart. So every challenge or obstacle you meet contains opportunities to resolve them when you're in your heart space. Coming from the heart means expressing yourself with authenticity, honesty, appreciation, kindness, understanding, patience, empathy, and compassion. Being in this loving space keeps you in a very positive mindset, devoid of frustration or panic. It keeps you from being energetically embroiled and tangled in the details of an unwanted circumstance to allow the wisdoms of your heart and the intelligence of the universe to flow through you. Wisdom number 9. Your very first thought you have about anything is powerful. It may not reflect the truth about that thing or idea. That first root thought often becomes part of your beliefs. Your beliefs influence your thoughts, words, and actions. Therefore, questioning and assessing your root thoughts and beliefs about most everything ensures that you're creating in alignment with what is true. The examination of your beliefs includes beliefs that you may have held all your life, as well as commonly held beliefs that most of the human population believe. What are some of the potential consequences of holding these false beliefs? If someone tells you that something is impossible, you may believe it. If you never question or challenge it, you may never set an intention or make an effort to create whatever it is you've already deemed to be impossible. Or you may be told that something is good for you without questioning the validity of the statement. Your belief that it is good will have you potentially harming yourself. Wisdom number 10. There's an invisible, powerful, energetic field all around us that permeates everything in the universe and has the power to shape individual and collective reality. It is available to us all to use at all times. The field is commonly referred to as the universal field, the unified field, the field of intention, the source field, and the quantum field. Some call it God. Whatever you call it, know that it's a field from which we've all come and a field that we will all forever be a part of. The field is not a sacred place way up in the sky. It surrounds everyone and everything, everywhere, always. The power of intention ignites this universal field to move into action to help you in the manifestation process. Most of humanity does not realize that this incredible field exists or know that they can connect to it to have a universe help them. Because many people don't live with intention or in alignment with their attention, this magical field is less able to guide, support, and empower people to manifest their dreams. Deciding to live on purpose by setting goals, making firm decisions, etc., will activate the field to respond to your wishes. Remember the expression, God helps those who help themselves? This is how reality works. The universe will move to help you when you set intentions for yourself. The actual connection process is simply a soulful and loving acknowledgement and reverence for your inseparable connection with all that is. Connecting to the field is not only for the purposes of expressing your desires, just going about the business of your life, knowing that the field is constantly looking for ways to empower you and help you, as you realize that you are never alone. A powerful way to express your desires to the universe is to use the words I am. They are the most powerfully creative words in the English language. Use them in affirmations and throughout your day whenever you're making statements of what you're choosing for yourself. Here are some examples of powerful affirmations. I am choosing to create and live in a wonderful new world full of everything that humanity desires. I am living healthily. I'm always infusing love into everything I think, say, and do. I am acting with integrity and authenticity. You always want to remain in truth. So if making these kinds of statements does not reflect what you believe is true for you or about you or possible for you, then create affirmation statements that do reflect what you believe to be true. Here are some examples. I am choosing to experience more fulfillment in my work. I am allowing my life to unfold more peacefully. I am noticing what I am grateful for each day. I am willing to open my mind to consider new ideas. Or, I am always doing my best. These kind of affirmations are also powerful. Wisdom number 11. The second law of the universe is that you attract what you fear. What you fear strongly, you will experience. The law of attraction is always operational because emotions are energy and motion. So in addition to creating with the tools of creation, we also create using the laws of attraction. Understanding and effectively applying this wisdom would change the world overnight. Everything in our world is energy, all vibrating at different frequencies. Like energy attracts like energy. The only thoughts that are possible are thoughts of love, a high vibration, or thoughts of fear, a low vibration. Every human thought, word, and action is based in love or fear. All emotions also reside in one domain or the other. The higher emotional vibrations of excitement, happiness, passion, joy, bliss, gratitude, and the like, they'll draw experiences that match those vibrations. The lower emotional vibrations of fear and doubt, anxiety, guilt, pessimism, worry, blame, hate, resentment, depression, hopelessness, and the like, will draw to you experiences that match those vibrations. Always try to create and hold on to the good feelings. You can be effectively using your tools of creation with your thoughts, words, and deeds to create a particular experience, but be emotionally out of alignment with the energy of love. As already discussed, you may hold conscious or subconscious fears that prevent your creations from manifesting. This interferes with the allowing process. Humans have been living in states of fear since their arrival on the planet. Fear pushes good things away. Becoming aware of your fears and healing them are recommended in the creative process. It is helpful to understand that when you're experiencing a low vibrational emotion, there's a thought that has generated it. Some of these thoughts are valid, but often these thoughts are fictitious and don't tell the truth about you or your situation. Dig for the thoughts and beliefs behind your fears. Correct them if they need correcting, and the emotion will often disappear quite quickly. There are always things we can feel good about. We haven't been trained to focus on the many blessings we have in life. Retrain yourself. It will literally create new neural pathways for you. Focusing on all that you have instead of all that you deem to be missing in your life is a wonderful strategy to elevate your vibration and attract more of what you desire into your life. This dynamic cannot be manipulated, so be genuine in expressing your gratitude. So for example, with regards to abundance, feeling abundant, thinking abundantly, feeling grateful for your already existing abundance, sharing your abundance, it all matches the experience of that. More abundance will then be created for you. This applies to everything in life. Feeling healthy attracts more of that. Feeling lucky attracts more of that. Feeling loved, feeling confident, etc. The law will always apply. Experiencing negative emotions is a normal part of the human experience, and they are a natural part and result of experiencing difficult situations. Life on this planet has not been a breeze for anyone. Negative emotions can serve important functions. They can provide us with helpful information about life and ourselves. They can point us in helpful directions and often prompt us to make important decisions. There have been always some benefits to experiencing most of them. I outline in my audio how both negative and positive emotions propelled me through my journey. However, at this time, to shift the world situation and pull us out of the dark period, humanity is advised to create enough positive emotion, desire, and collective intention to transform our collective experience. Wisdom number 12. The ego and the narrow and limiting labels humans use to attach themselves to, such as their gender, their race, their family history, sexual identity, socioeconomic status, occupation, possessions, physical appearance, personality traits, their life stories, all of it has nothing to do with who they really are. They are just experiences we're having while on Earth. We are all aspects of the divine having a brief human experience for the growth of our souls. So in order to use the power of intention and to interact with the field to manifest the most effectively and powerfully, minimize your attachment and identification with egoic constructs. Recognize, honor, and express your unique spirits and gifts and passions. Joyfully connect with the field and allow the universe to guide you and to gift you with experiences that uplift you, support you, and empower you to be the best version of yourself that you could ever dream of. Wisdom number 13. Life is full of illusions. They are here to challenge us. They are here by design. I have already mentioned the illusion of separation. Illusions have several functions. They are built into the experience we call life to challenge us to remember what is real and true about ourselves, our maker, and our world. We have voluntarily come here in states of forgetfulness, so exploring and examining everything in the world with curiosity, detachment, discernment, reason, and intuition helps us to navigate and discover the true nature of everything. The illusions appear real, but when you are truly looking at them, they disappear. The illusions often become real if you believe in them. For example, another one of life's illusions is the illusion of insufficiency. The truth of life is that there is always enough of everything: time, energy, money, resources, solutions, etc. This is contrary to what humanity has been taught, and this belief has been entrenched in our collective psyches forever. Our beliefs in scarcity dictate and influence how the bulk of the world chooses to live their lives. Many humans are waking up to this illusion and are living their lives with more authenticity, and they are living fearlessly and abundantly. It is a powerful illusion to understand. Knowing that the universe provides everything you need clears your root thoughts and fears of insufficiency, and the illusion holds no power over you as you live your life. The abundance of the universe in all its many forms will easily flow to you because you will be in a constant state of appreciation, receptivity, and allowing. Being in this sacred space helps you keep aligned with the true nature of the universe. The second function of illusions is to provide opportunities for people to both decide and declare what an illusion means, and use the opportunity to create a new, preferred experience. Here's an example of how you can effectively use the illusion of insufficiency. If you suddenly require anything, information, help with something, answers to a question, a new, more fulfilling job, a creative idea, a companion, money, etc., instead of deciding you're without those things you feel you require and being stuck in the mental and emotional state of lack, you decide and declare that what appears missing is available to you, and you proceed to create it. You then set about the proactive task of creating what it is you desire by placing your focus on that. While you're in this creative space, you understand that nothing has meaning but the meaning that you give it. And you know that the universe will duplicate your will and match the meaning that you decide to give things. So when you have an undesirable situation occur, you decide to yourself, I'll create an experience that I prefer. And universe says, I hear you. What are you preferring? You will know that how you respond to the events in your life will determine outcomes. You will also understand some things cannot be changed, but your decision about them will influence how things continue to unfold. We all know that one person can consider something a disaster, while another considers it challenging. Selecting an optimistic perspective and placing yourself in a creative mode has the universe simultaneously duplicating your choice and shaping the course of events that follow. Being armed with the wisdom, what you focus on expands. You set your intention and use your tools of creation to create a more favorable experience. You think it, you speak it, you act as if your new creation is already unfolding as you place your powerful energy there. You trust the universe and trust the process of recreation. Wisdom number 14. It is important to realize the energetic dynamics of placing something into the universal field. The field obeys exactly what you put into it. It is sometimes referred to as a Xerox effect. So be very mindful and diligent about what you are thinking, saying, and doing for manifestation to occur. Like the example I used earlier, if you are using the tools of creation, sending out there's not enough of something via your thoughts, words, actions, or emotions, and the universe will continue to keep that situation in place because that is your message. There is not enough. If you suddenly make sweeping statements or generalizations, such as something will never happen for you, even if you desire it and are using creative tools to manifest it, the obedient field echoes back to you everything that you place there, including any statement of what you believe. So the statement that it will never happen for you will also be honored. Similarly, if you think things like, I always end up blowing my job interviews, or believe I never get a break, no matter how hard I try, universe will duplicate those experiences too. If you say you want or need something, the Xerox effect will ensure that you stay in the state of wanting or needing something instead of delivering what it is you feel you need or want. Needing or wanting are grasping energies and energies of lack. Universe knows there's no such thing as lack. So grasping energies are not an energetic match to the abundance of the universe. This is why I am statements to the universe are powerful and effective. They reflect a state of being. So as you lovingly connect with the field with your intentions and wishes, but go about your day using your tools in ways that are incongruent with what you've lovingly placed there, you will receive mixed results. You may be thinking that we are living in an unintelligent universe because surely the universe would understand what you actually desire and what you actually mean. It is a loving and obedient universe which gives you constant feedback about your creations. It is there to obey everything precisely and exactly so that you're able to make the connections about how powerful you really are. So place your thoughts on what you prefer, not what you don't. For example, instead of, I hope I don't get the flu this winter, you could say, I am choosing total well-being this winter. Instead of saying, I have debts I have to clear, you could say, every day I'm taking positive steps to increase my financial abundance. Instead of, I don't want war, you could say, I am choosing peace. At first, you may find it tough to retrain those habitual ineffective ways of using your tools, but it will become easier and more natural over time, especially if you're motivated. Wisdom number 15, what you resist persists. Not only will the universe continuously produce the wanted or unwanted things that you think about, the act of resisting a thing or condemning a thing ends up keeping that thing more firmly entrenched in your experience, because all thought is creative. And because when you resist something, you give it more energy. So don't resist the undesirable experience if you choose to eliminate it from your life. Resistance energy creates energetic friction. Resistance can range from being mildly annoyed to outraged. Becoming cognizant, adept, and discerning at recognizing resistant energy in your thoughts, words, actions, and emotions will help you to begin to clear them. So if an undesirable experience shows up, simply notice and accept the experience. Avoid extreme reactivity because that energy will keep that situation in place and potentially worsen it. Know that you have created the situation for some reason, either consciously or unconsciously. You may have simply been using your tools ineffectively or attracted the experience because of fear. You may have been impacted by the creation of another person in your life, or the experience could have shown up to challenge you, to awaken you, or teach you something. There are a myriad of reasons why things show up in everyone's lives. Derive or choose what meaning a particular experience may hold for you as honestly and helpfully as you can, and proceed to create something more desirable. For example, if you hate your job, stop stressing about it. That will create resistance. Try to determine why you hate it and make positive changes if you can. And if you can't, use the power of your intention and the tools of creation to find a job that fulfills you. Wisdom number 16. This wisdom expresses the true nature about how reality works. Humanity has been led to believe that it's the opposite. Humanity has been taught that you have to have things such as money, time, energy, etc. to do things, such as buy a house, write a book, travel the world, etc., in order to be something, such as calm, fulfilled, happy, etc. In actuality, the true nature of reality is the reverse. It is referred to as the be, do, have paradigm. If you go straight to a state of being, such as contented, peaceful, wise, compassionate, etc., it will cause you to do something which expresses your state of contentment, peace, wisdom, or compassion. Acting from a state of being has life shower you with all of the blessings you were originally looking to experience. So an effective way to set this creative process in motion is to ask yourself what you'd like to have and think about how you think you'd be if you had that, and go straight to the state of being. Then notice what desires your new state of being creates within you and act on one or more of those desires. Notice all the blessings that begin to arrive in your life. Wisdom number 17. There is always complete perfection to the circumstances occurring in everyone's lives, even if some of those circumstances are undesirable. The perfect conditions, the perfect people, and the perfect moments are always showing up for everyone. Observe the tapestry of your life. Notice the connections, the patterns, the recurring events, the themes, everything that's been showing up for you. Notice how life has been contriving to heal you, reveal something to you, strengthen you, empower you, prepare you, and to guide you, all for the growth of your unique and beautiful soul. Trust the Creator and the higher intelligence of the universe is always helping you on your journey. Realizing that will keep you from condemning and feeling victimized by the circumstances of your life. For example, sometimes you may be undecided or conflicted about the direction you're supposed to take, and frustratingly, life doesn't seem to be providing you with any clear directions or answers. You wonder where the perfection is in this uncomfortable and this worrisome experience. Consider that a divine pause could be happening. Perhaps you need to quiet the noise of your mind and pay attention to what your soul is softly but lovingly trying to tell you. Perhaps divine timing is at play. It always is. And the perfect opportunities or the perfect people are already being lined up to eventually cross your path. Perhaps obstacles and roadblocks are repeatedly showing up for you in your life, which could be signs that you are potentially creating and considering moving in the wrong direction. The obstacles could also signify that you have to clear some fears and do some inner healing before you can move forward. Perhaps before you can proceed along a particular path, you require some kind of preparation, such as acquiring some new skills or developing the art of patience or self-confidence. Perhaps you may not be using your tools of creation effectively, and your journey towards your desired destination is bumpier than it could have been, and you need to regroup. That pause could then spur you to engage in the process of visualization to add further clarity to your preferred future. Sometimes the agenda of your soul, which you may or may not be aware of, will influence what does or doesn't occur. Could you consider that the universe is orchestrating the perfect events for you during your period of confusion? Life often knows what you need more than you do, so trust life. Instead of chastising, judging, and condemning what is or isn't happening for you, be observant, contemplative, and at peace. Pay attention to the magical synchronicities that suddenly occur as the right door suddenly opens, the perfect person shows up, the solution to a problem reveals itself. These signs can be magical indicators to show you that a potential path is being cleared for you and that you are ready. Always know the universe, which knows your every desire, is always designed to help you on this earthly mission. Wisdom number 18. Choosing to be the source of what you desire, has the universe provide that for you. For example, if you want more joy, go give joy to another. If you want more peace, bring peace to another. If you want more abundance, give abundance to another. If you want more love in your life, be loving to another. This wisdom is a beautiful reflection of the interconnectedness between all humans and the reciprocity of the universe. All of the great spiritual masters spoke about the golden rule. They encouraged love and kindness. The energy you extend to others will always come back to you. It may not be returned at the same time or from the same person, but it always returns. Life guarantees that. The giving process has to be a sincere one. The universe cannot be manipulated for personal gain. Wisdom number 19. There is only one moment of now. It is the only creative space that there ever is. People give so much of their focus to linear time. The past is over. The future is yet to unfold and is always being created in the moment of now. Focusing on your past and the aspects of your life that have not reflected who you would like to currently be, such as your old stories, broken relationships, dramas and wounds and disappointments, will bring more of that into your life. If you want to change any aspects about yourself, leave those undesirable aspects in the past. Each current moment is an opportunity to literally recreate yourself and the conditions of your life. Wisdom number 20. Gratitude for something before it exists is a secret all great masters taught. Gratitude is one of the most powerful keys to creation and one of the most powerful love vibrations. It is a thought and feeling that you send the universe that you have faith that your prayer has already been answered. Most of humanity has been taught that the most powerful prayer is a prayer of supplication, but it is actually a prayer of gratitude and thanksgiving. Wisdom number 21. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. This is true for individuals and groups. Chaos in the external world is a function of chaos in the inner world. Peace in the external world is a function of peace in the inner world. Daily meditation, even for 10 or 15 minutes, a few times a day, is one of the most effective ways to affect the circumstances showing up in your life and one of the most powerful creative tools of all. Do not be intimidated by the term meditation. We all meditate in some shape or form. We all close our eyes, shut down the noisy and busy world, and become still. Meditation doesn't have to be a formal practice or a complicated one. It is not necessarily a religious practice, although it can be. It is, however, always a spiritual practice. Making meditation a part of your daily routine will change your life in powerful ways and provide you with innumerable health benefits. When in a meditative state, your connection to the divine is both honored and enhanced. By tuning out the noise and distractions of the external world, you can work on clearing the noise and distractions of your inner world. When you place yourself in the silence, especially deep silence, you tune in to higher channels of consciousness, where infinite wisdom, love, and peace reside. Being in the calm and connecting this way is restorative. The body, mind, and spirit recalibrate to realign with the essence of Creator. It is a beautiful place to just be, with no pressures, no demands, no expectations, no chaos. At first, you may notice your thoughts running wild. This is not unusual. Gently notice what thoughts show up and choose not to respond to them in any emotional way. Instead of trying to push the thoughts away, focus on deep breathing. That is the key to getting deeper into the stillness. The gap between your inhale and exhale is a particularly powerful space where your connection to the divine is deepened. Watch some videos from meditation masters on YouTube or some other platform. You can learn a lot in just minutes. Fascinatingly, you can also derive other wonderful benefits from meditation. Your sensibilities and intuition heightened, and the reciprocal communication with the divine is promoted and magnified. Your ability to hear the wisdom of your soul increases. Your ability to hear the wisdom of the universe also increases. And your ability to clearly communicate your desires to the universe increases as well. I will discuss this magical and powerful dynamic of the communication with the other world in this next wisdom. Wisdom number 22. You can and are encouraged to use the practice of meditation to facilitate and expedite the creation of your desires. I repeat, you can use meditation to facilitate and expedite the creation of your desires. Using your imagination through visualization in the meditation process has powerful creative effects. It enhances your ability to clearly project into the universal field and express to Creator exactly what you're choosing to experience. Remember the Xerox effect, everyone. You can use your senses in the visualization process to enliven and imbue your visions with all of the creative detail you can imagine. Fill your visions with magnificent and meaningful colors. Hear beautiful sounds. Hear the words you'd love to hear from another. Smell pleasant scents. Feel the hugs of another. Feel the warmth of sunshine on your face. Taste the most scrumptious food. Give the universe lots of information about what you're choosing. Why does this process work, you may wonder? A thought is information, and thoughts become matter. Emotions move matter. So positive and pleasing emotions accompanying your personally architected visions heightens your vibration and also the vibration of the images you send out into the quantum field. It creates a sense of excitement in you, which is powerful. As you learn to put yourself in deeper and deeper states of meditation, which happens over time, your brain waves slow down and become more aligned with the vibrations of the spiritual world. Your subconscious mind, which holds your deepest beliefs about everything, is very impressionable in this state and often cannot differentiate between what you imagine and what is real. This is why hypnosis is so effective. The subconscious mind accepts whatever you feed it, real or imagined. With repetition, this process literally builds new neural pathways. This is why the visualization process can and does shape beliefs which influence your reality. What you plant in your subconscious will often show up exactly as you imagined it. My audio is full of examples of that. It's quantum physics demonstrated. And people around the planet are studying it and experiencing the wonder of it. If that's not cause for excitement, I don't know what is. Wisdom number 23. Self-care in mind, body, and spirit raises your vibration and facilitates your ability to effectively manifest. The healthier you are, the more powerfully you will manifest. Some particularly effective and well-known self-care practices are eating and drinking nutritiously, exercising, getting quality sleep, detoxifying, dropping unhealthy habits, building healthy relationships, connecting with nature, choosing fulfilling careers, taking time to play, listening to powerful music, and engaging in meaningful spiritual practices. Wisdom number 24. We live in a universe of duality. This is always the energetic dynamic of the physical world. The law of opposites provides humanity with contrast and endless opportunities to express and experience anything we choose to be. When you call some experience forth into your life through the power of intention, the law of opposites is always working. It is not working against you, but for you. For example, we cannot fully experience hot without the experience of cold, or tall without short, abundance without scarcity, truth without falsity, or light without dark. We cannot experience anything without its opposite to be present somewhere. Otherwise, we would not be able to fully experience the richness or fullness of an experience. We can all understand how contrast aids in appreciating relative experiences, and we regularly use our memories of a particular experience to help us clearly choose the experiences we prefer. For example, we all enjoy the warmth of sunshine after a long week of rain. We are so grateful for our health after not feeling well. We all have savored our food after a period of hunger. We all love victory after a crushing defeat. We all value life more when someone dear has passed over. Duality makes life more interesting and provides continuous challenges too. So please understand that having opposing experiences does not mean that you cannot or will not manifest what you're choosing. There is no other way to create anything other than through thought. If you use your tools of creation with intention, consistency, and with determination, the universe will provide you with the experience you're choosing if it's for your highest good. Be patient, and your desires will become manifest at the perfect time and in the perfect way. Wisdom number 25. Please listen up. There is currently a significant number of powerful people on the planet who are intentionally harming humanity in many deceptive and destructive ways. I repeat, there is currently a significant number of powerful people on the planet who are intentionally harming humanity in many deceptive and destructive ways. I will call them dark actors. As a result, nightmarish situations are occurring all over the world. Deep down, all human souls are aware that humanity is under attack, but most humans are asleep to it all. People need to pay closer attention and wake up to the conditions of the world and make swift decisions about what to do about those conditions. These dark actors have been poisoning humanity and our beautiful planet for many years. They are poisoning our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. They are achieving this through deception and humanity's ignorance, compliance, apathy, and silence. Recall the already mentioned wisdom that God's will for you is your will for yourself. Ignorance, compliance, apathy, and silence are regarded by our Creator as your will for yourself. This is why waking up is critical. When you discover the nefarious game that's being played, you will no longer blindly or willingly consent to it. These dark actors carry out their plans in many deceptive ways. They create disasters and spin lies to cover their tracks. Those lies are then used to incite fear and justify their next premeditated devious move. They tell humanity that the decisions that they make are for our well-being and protection. Nothing could be further from the truth. They are situated throughout the world and work within every institution we have: government, finance, politics, medicine, technology, media, education, and even religion. The list goes on. They are an elite club. They are wealthy and in positions of power, and therefore able to dictate many of the conditions happening in our world. They control the information that the masses hear and use brainwashing techniques to persuade and manipulate them. Most of their carefully controlled narratives are erroneous. Because most people believe those erroneous narratives, they're unwittingly using their tools of creation via their thoughts, words, and actions to perpetuate and co-create nightmarish situations. These dark characters are very aware of the power of fear, so they intentionally engineer situations which create fear in the human population. Our fear, because of the law of attraction, attracts more things to fear and affects our collective vibration. A fearful, mind-controlled populace is vulnerable and easily exploited. Please know that many good people are working within the institutions and organizations I just mentioned and have no idea that their places of employment are so corrupt. Luckily, some do and have become whistleblowers. So those in control of the global decisions that harm us are not the majority. Please remember that everything that is happening here on Earth is happening by design, including these dark ones and their dark agendas. Their presence and their schemes are serving a purpose. We, as a human family, have set this game up to help us mature and evolve as a species. This maturation process has been occurring for thousands of years, contributing to our human advancement. Humanity is growing in their understandings and choosing positive change. The masses are waking up in droves. Perhaps many of the dark actors are now realizing that they have been playing a part in this human game too, and are awakening to their own divinity and realigning themselves with life-serving actions. I hope and pray that they are. So chaotic times create growth. Many people who are being affected by the harmful agendas are asking for help and for understanding. The universe is designed to empower everyone, so millions of people are receiving answers about it all. Applying spiritual wisdoms is how we get out of this mess. The warriors have been studying the dark ones and delving into their harmful activities. They are studying the true nature of God and our magical universe too. They are studying who they really are and how to create more powerfully. They are setting intentions to create a beautiful new world, and the stars are now aligning to help us. Humanity now has an opportunity to make all kinds of new decisions for themselves and the future we collectively choose to create. Although I mentioned that the bulk of humanity is largely unaware of all of this, many human beings on Earth are aware of the dangers that humanity is facing, but they're not acknowledging this. They're not acting as if they know this, and they're not sharing this critical information with others. It is imperative that we step up and choose to be responsible for one another. Please remember, these dark individuals are an insignificant number compared to the human population. I repeat, these dark individuals are an insignificant number compared to the human population. A critical mass of humanity, only 2 to 40%, cohesively intending change will create that change in the world. Wisdom number 26. There are 3 levels of awareness. They are hope, faith, and knowing. Hope is thought made divine. It is a level of awareness which recognizes that your highest desire is possible. Faith, the second level of awareness, recognizes that a positive experience is assured, even though a negative experience exists. Knowing, the third level, the level all great spiritual masters operated from, recognizes and declares that no negative outcome is possible under any circumstance because there is always perfection in what shows up. Every experience is accepted and not resisted. Wisdom number 27. Life is always unfolding according to the 3 basic principles of functionality, adaptability, and sustainability. Everything in life is a system. Our species is a system, our planet is a system, so are our continents, our countries, our societies, our families, and of course, even our bodies. A system can only sustain itself when it is functioning effectively. When a system becomes extremely dysfunctional, an adaptation will always occur to ensure the system can sustain itself. Life is always programmed to sustain itself. There is currently great pressure and stress being placed on our human species, and an adaptation will occur. How that adaptation occurs depends on the collective choices of its members. Humanity is encouraged to make life-supporting choices, especially at this juncture of our evolution. Wisdom number 28. 3 main concepts a mature species integrates and embodies are awareness, honesty, and responsibility. Humans have grown in their awareness since their humble beginnings. Awareness is currently expanding at a rapid pace. Humanity is encouraged to be in states of continued expansion as they grow and evolve. Honesty in everything is a component of advancement. Honesty is in alignment with the true nature of the universe. The human species will grow and advance when they learn to take complete responsibility for themselves, for their thoughts, for their words, and for their actions. They will come to understand that we are one big family and naturally look to take care of each other as well, because taking care of another is the same thing as taking care of oneself. Wisdom 29. The new paradigm to create the new loving world will not aim to have humans remove duality, because that would be impossible. Duality is a divine design of the universe. It is possible, however, to remove the experience of duality in the world and to experience a completely loving world. The way to create this experience is by remembering that darkness and negativity exists somewhere else in the universe. I repeat, the way to create this experience is by remembering that darkness and negativity exists somewhere else in the universe. You don't have to attract the opposite experience in your lives. I know it sounds a little strange, but we have all done this at times. We have all had experiences where we have clearly decided that we are not interested, nor will we even entertain any other scenario than the one we are lovingly choosing for ourselves or others, even though we know that opposing experiences exist. Wisdom number 30. Listen up, everyone. The more frequently you express the same thought, the more these thoughts contribute to creating matter. The more of us who have the same thought, the more powerfully and quickly that thought creates reality. I repeat, The more frequently you express the same thought, the more those thoughts contribute to creating matter. The more of us who have the same thought, the more powerfully and quickly that thought creates reality. Are you excited about what we can co-create here, everyone? You should be. I am. This is why all hands on deck with loving hearts is key to creating change. My process to facilitate and expedite the shift incorporates these concepts of frequency of the same thought, as well as mass group participation. Here is what can happen when we unite together with the same intention, with fearlessness, courage, and love. When entire societies fear something, they inevitably experience what they fear. When entire societies participate in combined thinking or prayer, it creates a miracle-producing effect. I repeat, when entire societies fear something, they inevitably experience what they fear. When entire societies participate in combined thinking or prayer, it creates a miracle-producing effect. These are the 30 wisdoms. So, dear listeners, a concerted collective intention to rectify the problems in the world with a simultaneous, ongoing collective intention to co-create a new, more life-supporting and life-sustaining world is a positive and effective way forward. While becoming fully aware of humanity's problems and quickly cleaning them up, we need to be calm, diligent, responsible, and mature. A golden age is possible for human beings if we choose it. An age where humanity can live in peace and love and simply remember the experience of negativity. I believe these wisdoms I have just outlined are powerful enough to shift your perspective and your perception of what is possible here. They are also hopefully empowering and inspiring enough to compel you to consult yourself on a soul level to see what you'd like to do about the world situation. Please revisit the wisdom section. There are many gems in there for you. The proposal I'm about to describe and invite you to participate in incorporates these spiritual laws and wisdoms, and in my opinion is humanity's most effective strategy to create positive change. You don't have to understand or agree with all of the above wisdoms to participate. Just trust the process is divinely inspired. I've been studying all of this my entire adult life, and I do have your best interests at heart. I promise you that. Feel that in your heart. Hear that in my voice. Consult your intuition and your deepest feelings. I am hoping to create more teachers, leaders, and warriors for change. We need visionaries and open hearts. How unlimited are your imaginations? How motivated are you to create change? How blessed will you all feel when we create the shift, not just for us, but for all future generations. With awareness of our incredible creative powers, we can collectively decide to protect everything and everyone that we hold dear. Here is my 3-step proposal and invitation to humanity to awaken our species and change the world. Recall that I have copied and pasted the instructions for my 3-step proposal in both my video and my soon-to-be released audio. So if someone chooses to watch or listen to one and not the other, we will all have the same information for the process I'm about to describe. I propose 3 powerful things. 3 things that if enough of us do them immediately and consistently are enough to shift the circumstances of the world. Please note, I believe number 2 is the most powerful step right now to stop the chaos and the one we should engage in immediately. So here is step 1, awaken humanity. You are invited to awaken humanity. Awaken everyone you can in the most loving way that you can to the fact that we are being harmed. You could explain that a small but powerful group of humans with the intent to harm humanity are creating nightmarish situations. Empower people by telling them that we can change those conditions using our tools of creation. You could explain to others that humanity has not been aware of their true power. Let them know that humanity has been manipulated. We all know that innumerable atrocities have existed upon our planet for thousands of years as a result of the decisions of people who have been placed in positions of power. Humanity has traditionally let it all happen, not because humans agree with those conditions, but because most humans have been unaware of the deep levels of deceit and corruption, or have felt incapable and ill-equipped to make any decisions, to make any significant change. That is not a new situation on planet Earth, but it has worsened to the point where humanity needs to wake up and non-violently rise up. We cannot change what we do not know. We cannot let fear control us or have us look away. Humanity can turn this fear game into a powerful love game. Humans can learn to consciously co-create personal autonomy and sovereignty over their lives. For years, I've heard most people say you can't change the world. Oh, yes, you can. My story and the story of many others are proof that we can. So the truth about what is happening in the world is available to those who choose to look. All you have to do is set an intention to know the truth, and the truth will begin to arrive. Your coworker could suddenly start to discuss something new or controversial with you. A book could suddenly be given to you. You could drive by a rally in your neighborhood about something that you may need to know more about. You could have a vivid dream which prompts you to do something. Something unusual could pop up on your phone. The truth will have many ways of showing up, so be aware and diligent about the divine process of how Spirit will help you awaken. You will be responsible to continue your investigation and to keep learning about what has been kept from you. You will always have a choice as to what you do here. No one is being forced to do anything. You always have free will. The awakening process will most likely be both a solitary personal journey of a discovery, as well as a collective process which will entail reaching out and connecting with other humans with the intention of solving the undesirable problems we've been enduring. The dark information can be very difficult to see for most. The awaken aware ones can testify to that. There were some areas over the years that I could not look too deeply at. My sensitivities would not allow it, and it wouldn't have served me in any constructive ways based on my chosen path. I have thought about this a lot, more than you could know, and I honestly feel that if seeing what is going on the planet will cause intense or crippling fear, panic, or trauma for anyone right now, then compassionately encouraging them to focus on creating a wonderful new world by participating in step 2 and 3 of my 3-step process may be the best way for those individuals to participate in this movement for positive change and to maintain their personal well-being. The last energy we need to intensify and magnify right now is fear. It will most likely be obvious to you who in your life wouldn't or couldn't listen to an alternative perspective of the world. Some of those people have precarious health, suffer from deep depression, some are coping with terrible grief, some have particularly closed minds, some are living with debilitating anxiety, some may be too elderly or too young. We are all in different situations, and we have to respect that. There is a law of the universe which states, let people walk their path. Always keep that in mind as you go about awakening others. For others you are unsure about and you're wondering if you should send or mention this video or discuss the ideas contained within it, just make the best decision that you can. If a soul refuses to awaken, they will most likely not choose to watch the video or listen to you for very long. Being a role model for them by making life-affirming choices is always a good way to help them see that the same choices are available for them too. Again, you can recommend step 2 and step 3 for these people, which we are about to go into. Do what works. That's another powerful wisdom I have continuously read and lived by. Do what works based on what it is you're doing and with whom you're trying to do it. And also, please be careful with children, especially young children. They don't need to know that there are people in the world who are creating harmful situations. Protect the children at all costs. Make good decisions for them and encourage them to use their sweet, innocent, gentle spirits, their loving hearts, and their active and powerful imaginations to envision and project out into the world a joyful, loving, and magical future. Let's get ourselves out of the muck, everyone. Let's do it quickly. If this video resonates with you, please share it far and wide in any way you can. If you're a warrior, post it for your many followers and ask them to pass it on. Have people translate the messages in this or other important videos for people who speak different languages so the messages can be spread around the world. You will also attract similar messages from others if this video speaks to you. It's the law of attraction in operation. As I said at the beginning, There are many incredible people in this world who are fighting for the well-being of humanity, and they all have their individual and unique perspectives, experiences, and messages to send. Educate yourselves and share what you find valuable with other people. Send out intentions for informative and empowering videos, articles, documentaries, research papers, and other means of communication to go up and stay up on all alternative media platforms, and especially to become known on mainstream media, so that our brothers and sisters around the world can awaken. We need transparency everywhere. Remember, Creator's will for you is your will for yourself, so don't hesitate to ask for anything. You could also create or attend meetings, gatherings, conferences, and rallies with the intention to participate in movements for positive change. Collaborate and brainstorm with others, your families, your co-workers, your communities, etc. Find ways to use your gifts to provide solutions. Do anything you can. Please do something. Here is step number 2. This, I believe, is the most powerful thing we can and should instantly do. We choose to create what I have decided to call the Love Pulse all around the world, which I believe will create a love wins experience. It can create a butterfly effect. I called it the Love Pulse because I believe it will beautifully represent the pulse of our collective hearts beating around the world. If 2 or more gathered in God's name can move a mountain, even with a mustard seed of faith, then imagine what we can do en masse with thousands, with millions, and hopefully billions of people. If we lovingly, with our minds and hearts and with intention, simultaneously coalesce our thoughts and our focus and visions and words and emotions on peace, perfect health, joy, love, happiness, excitement, unlimited abundance, freedom, and all great things for humanity, we can project into the field of intention what we desire. All of that creative energy will amalgamate to literally create new conditions and miracles everywhere on planet Earth. We will literally create a new reality. Like in the process to turning on a light when you walk into a dark room, the darkness will disappear. Some things may not happen overnight, but many things will. Our collective lights will illuminate what needs to be seen and will propel the human collective forward to quickly clean up the problems in relief and joy and in hope. Even if you don't notice immediate changes, changes will be occurring. Most people like to stay in their comfort zones and are frightened by change. What is coming is magical and wondrous. You chose to be born at this spectacular time. Rejoice about the opportunity you've been given to help humanity in astoundingly life-altering ways. Here are the specifics. I propose that we simultaneously, from wherever we are around the world, take a minute or 2, and even longer if it's desirable and convenient for you. Send out this powerful vision together. I propose that we all do this at the top of any convenient hour. The top of the hour is the same all around the world with some exceptions, so time zones do not matter too much. Let us inform those countries whose time clocks vary so they can participate in the Love Pulse with the bulk of the world. Even if you can only participate a few times in your day, such as when you awaken, on your lunch hour, or before you go to bed, people from all around the world will be pausing to send out their powerful visions and prayers at those very same moments that you are. Imagine millions, hopefully billions of people participating in the Love Pulse throughout the day. 6 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 8 p.m. Imagine. It would be beneficial if just prior to the top of the hour and just before sending out your Love Pulse to take an extra minute to breathe deeply and slowly, for your energy to be calmer and more focused. You can sit or lie quietly and comfortably and try to minimize any distractions. If people would like to participate for more hours than a few, they would definitely be able to do that. They would be encouraged to do that. But this exercise is not meant to be an onerous chore, however. It is meant to be an enjoyable and loving experience. If you feel stressed at all by having to watch a clock or set an alarm, I don't want it to cause you to abandon the exercise altogether. We don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. So do what you can. If once a day or twice a day is all you can do, then thank you for your contribution to this shift. It's a numbers game here as well as a love game we're choosing to play. If you have very few hours that you can participate throughout your day because you're working long shifts or have time-consuming commitments such as taking care of children or other dependents, you can still send out your loving energy in two very easy ways. Firstly, you can set your alarms for a minute before the top of some of your busy hours and prepare to stop at the top of the hour for even 10 or 20 seconds. Take a deep, peaceful breath and send out feelings and thoughts of love, peace, and well-being for all of humanity. As you're doing that, you could place your hand on your heart. You close your eyes for a few seconds to honor this process and intention by saying yes to love. Secondly, you can be aware of and prepare for the top of many of your busy hours and choose to make them powerful by doing something loving. For example, at the top of the hour that you're choosing, hug someone, tell someone, or text someone that you love them. Decide to forgive someone, even if it's just mentally and emotionally. Dance or sing a love song. Your love possibilities are endless. The combined vibration of love energy will be exponentially powerful and will transform our world. I created a prayer for humanity. If you're not accustomed to saying prayers, let me assure you that you already do. We all do. A fervent wish, hope, and desire is considered to be a prayer by our Creator. You don't have to consider this as engaging in an unfamiliar religious practice. It is a spiritual one. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. If enough of us say this, or a similar prayer, at least once a day, it will send a strong, clear, and cohesive intention to the universe that humanity is now living on purpose to create impactful and positive change. Intention is everything. Remember that. Intention activates the universe to move into actions. Please note, my prayer is worded very carefully to reflect the healing that I feel is necessary based on what I have learned is going on here on planet Earth after many years of study. So please trust that the prayer has been divinely guided and worded. You do not have to understand everything that needs healing and why right now to immediately use the prayer and for it to be powerful. God knows exactly what needs healing, and God hears all prayers, always. The prayer is a prayer for all of humanity. I use the pronoun we in my prayer because I want people to hold the energy of the collective as we all say it. Don't worry about your loved ones who may refuse to awaken or participate in the love pulse. The prayer and our love pulses are designed and intended to heal everyone, including those who don't believe in prayer and those who prefer not to engage in my 3-step process. Here's my prayer. Prayer for humanity. Dear God, we thank you and all of your highly evolved loving angels for quickly and effectively infusing all of humanity, all sentient creatures, and our beautiful planet Earth with your most powerful love and light, which comfortably, completely, and ongoingly blesses everything that exists with global healing and well-being in every possible way. Thank you for safely and swiftly neutralizing and removing from our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies and from everything that exists in our world, anything that is toxic or harmful to life. Thank you for making everything that is life-preserving, life-serving, and life-enhancing, pure and abundant for everyone and everything in all ways, always. Thank you for helping us to awaken our brothers and sisters around the world to your unconditional love, their magnificent power, and the opportunity to help humanity co-create a golden age. Thank you for helping us to quickly and effectively free ourselves from anything or anyone that controls, limits, enslaves, or harms us in any way, thereby providing us with the complete freedom that we desire and deserve. Thank you for finding ways to inspire those who are harming humanity to repent and withdraw from their harmful practices, and helping them to realign themselves with the energy of love. Thank you for helping us to forgive those who have chosen to harm us as we come to understand the reason for their actions and the roles they have chosen to play to help us evolve as a human family. Thank you for helping humanity to become aware of your already existing solutions to all of our worldly and personal problems, and continue to inspire us and provide us with effective solutions for any challenge we may ever face. Thank you for continuing to provide humanity with divine wisdom and insight to help us remember and experience who you really are and who we really are. Thank you for empowering our human family to unite and thrive as we consciously co-create a beautiful and loving new world for us and all future generations to come. Thank you, dear God, and loving angels, for hearing and granting our prayer. Amen. I earnestly hope that my prayer speaks to your hearts. I wanted to be detailed enough to cover what I felt needs healing. The prayer is infused with the energy of gratitude, which is the most powerful prayer there is. With needing only a critical mass of 2 to 4% of us to create the shift, I excitedly thought that there could already be enough people who are already awake in the world by now, awake to their powerful creative abilities and or to their true nature of their unconditionally loving creator, and or awakened to planetary conditions requiring transparency and change. In either event, our challenge is the same. We galvanize as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, to simultaneously pray for all good things for our human family at the top of as many hours as possible. We cohesively and powerfully move forward with the intention to create a paradise on planet Earth. Please note, although it's very powerful to gather with like-minded people, we do not have to be physically together to effect change with our prayers and love pulses. We are intricately and inextricably energetically interconnected. That is why you can just think about a person across the world, and suddenly that person calls you on the phone. That's how powerfully your thoughts can travel and how interconnected we truly are. So a critical mass of loving humans simultaneously envisioning a magnificent new world can create that world. That is why at the outset I told you that shifting the world situations could be incredibly easy. There are no mountains to climb or complex equations to understand. Please also note that your prayer and your accompanying visions for the new earth will exist in the spiritual realm first and then become manifest in the physical realm. So if you don't see immediate evidence of your choice being made manifest, do not be deterred or discouraged. The world of the unseen is filled with angels at work heeding our calls. Know that your choice has been heard by Creator. Here are some reminders that might be helpful to you with your love pulses. Use your imagination to visualize humanity thriving. I imagine all of humanity, billions of us around the world, joyfully holding hands together and singing and dancing to beautiful songs. In my imaginings, both the earth and the human family are glowing. I often play calming songs while doing this to increase my vibration and to empower my connection to Creator and to enrich my beautiful visions with heart energy. There are hundreds of meditation songs on YouTube. I frequently play peaceful or inspiring songs in my mind when I am falling off to sleep. I make my visions as real as I can. I also imagine all of God's beautiful, loving, and powerful angels encircling all of us and shining their love and light through everyone and everything, just as my prayer describes. I spent a great deal of my day in silence. I enjoy silence. I sometimes play music as well. I personally choose songs based on both the lyrics and the melodies that resonate with me. You don't need to choose a song with lyrics. Choose musical pieces that you consider beautiful and that speak to your soul. This video communication is not conducive to mentioning the many songs that I love, but I have placed a detailed list in my audio. There are a few beautiful songs that I will recommend for us to do some of our love pulses to. The videos can be viewed on YouTube. Number 1, At the Same Time by Barbra Streisand. Wow. Number 2, Eric Whitacre's Virtual Choir 6. Sing Gently by Eric Whitacre. 10 minutes, 32 seconds version on YouTube. Number 3, Love Wins by Carrie Underwood. Official music video. These songs inspire me every time I listen to them. Here's some advice about the many ways you can use your creative powers to change the world. In addition to doing your love pulses, you can simply stop for a few moments in your day and send out a prayer to impact change. You can create something new. You can modify something that already exists. You can attract new experiences. And you can also prevent unwanted situations that are predicted or likely to occur. All sorts of things are possible when you are consciously creating. So never limit yourself on what you believe is possible. When I hear any undesirable situation that has occurred, is occurring, or could occur, I send my love and light there. I send it to that person, to that place, or to that thing with my personal intention. You can send your loving thoughts to a dying baby and see her surviving and thriving, to areas of war and see peace, on populations with famine and see food arriving, on seeing powerful storms calming and completely bypassing human populations, on seeing raging forest fires fizzle out, on seeing proposed tyrannical bills being vetoed, on seeing electrical grids and technological devices surrounded with love to neutralize harmful electromagnetic frequencies, and so on. I think you get the idea. Never underestimate how powerful you are. Remember, gratitude energy is powerful energy. Joy is as well. Feel grateful and feel joyful when you're doing your love pulses and when you say your prayer of intention. Feel grateful and joyful throughout your day. There's always something to feel grateful for. When you strengthen your gratitude muscle by focusing on gratitude, you'll be surprised at how many blessings you really have. You can also actively cultivate gratitude each day by keeping a gratitude journal. Every day, write down at least 5 new things you're grateful for. It's a powerful exercise. So does injecting love into the world at the top of the hour sound hard to you? Do the potentially profound changes that could occur because of this very small and easy investment of your time sound too good to be true? Imagine the creative power of thousands, millions, billions of people. Here is step number 3 in my 3-step proposal. Infuse love into the world throughout your day. We can try to be unconditionally loving to everyone we meet. It's a new paradigm we are choosing. So acting lovingly throughout our day will literally change the fabric of our reality and strengthen relationships all over the world. Remember, like energy attracts like energy. Imagine the good things that can suddenly flow into our existence from the field. Be loving to yourselves, to others, to all living things, and to our beautiful planet as well. Love includes being more compassionate, kind, patient, thoughtful, non-judgmental, understanding, helpful, and generous with everything, including your time and your energy. Throughout all of the spiritual books I had the pleasure and privilege of reading, a common theme always emerged, the theme of love. Creator is love, and we are love. Love is all there really is. Darkness, in all its painful shapes and forms, is the absence of love that results from distorted thinking. We believe we are separate and forget that we are all individual parts of the same ocean, constantly creating the direction of the tide. Unfortunately, we are programmed and socially engineered to judge each other, fight each other, condemn each other. Can we change our thoughts, suspend our judgments, cast aside our ideas of separation, put ourselves in another's shoes? Get rid of our oversized egos, which are so busy being right, being superior, and being offended? Can we open our hearts so fully and completely that we eradicate the darkness? Imagine the effects of using our hearts wherever we go. What could love inspire us to do to uplift the life of another? Here are some simple and easy and powerful ideas. Every day we could choose to take good care of ourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. In order to love others, we have to love ourselves first. We could actively and meaningfully connect with people, call people so they can hear a caring voice. Many people are so desperately lonely and stressed. Tell people you love them. Show them you love them by extending kindnesses. Get off your devices and your couches and spend quality time with your family and friends. How about befriending a stranger? Think about how doing that would change the human collective. Drive more carefully and courteously. Think about how many accidents we could prevent and how much road rage we could eliminate. Create flower and vegetable gardens and tend to them with love and care. Clean up our environments, our homes, our workplaces, our public spaces. How uplifting and energetically supportive would that be for all of us? Lovingly sit with someone who is frightened or sad and share your light. Create celebrations and include as many people as you can. Laugh, dance, sing, hug tightly, and smile brightly. And what do you have an abundance of in your life? Time, energy, money, a cheery personality, knowledge, a skill of some kind maybe? Use your special gifts and resources and share them with others. Creator gave them to you for a reason. Remember to love yourself. A co-worker of mine once said to me many years ago, "In the history of the world, there has never, ever been anyone exactly like you." How true and how profound. So everyone, take care of yourselves. Celebrate your uniqueness. Make conscious and deliberate efforts to do what you love and to be in your zone, whatever that is, whether it's listening to Beethoven, feeding the birds, biking across town, visiting your loved ones, having a massage, visiting your grandchildren. Being in your zone will up your vibe, which will have an energetic ripple effect in the world. What deeply powerful things could we do to elevate the vibration in the world and heal the human collective? How about forgiving someone in your life for something? What if suddenly souls around the world decided to forgive each other? Many of the things people have previously found difficult to forgive can feel much less significant when individuals and families around the world are enduring great turmoil. Dr. Wayne Dyer, who I often mention in my audio, said, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." There's always the opportunity to take a second look at any situation and heal it. I delve into the topic of forgiveness in more detail in my audio. So on a soul level, we all know that love is all that matters. We have to remember who we are and be love at every opportunity. Remember what Gandhi recommended: to be the change you want to see in the world. Love prevents all problems and heals all problems. The alchemy of love can transform anything. It has been said that all great spiritual masters throughout history have been trying to tell us that. They loved purely and unconditionally without expectation. Have we truly listened to their messages? Being love means being truly committed to embodying and anchoring our full being, mind, body, spirit, with the intention to love. Do you remember the golden rule? The ethical and loving principle of treating others as you would like to be treated? It has been encouraged by all the great masters who ever walked the earth. I have decided to coin the following mantra: the golden rule creates the golden age. Place this on your fridges, your dashboards, your desks, and on the night tables beside your bed as the last thing you see at night and the first thing you see in the morning. Please hear this, dear listeners, please hear this. Most of the spiritual wisdoms outlined in this video came from a book series by Neale Donald Walsch, titled Conversations with God. Over 7 million copies have been sold, and it's published in 37 languages. It is Walsh's extraordinary channeled, clairaudient conversation with our Creator, which spanned from 1995 to 2017. Walsh, who was disheartened by both his personal problems and the problems of the world, began to hear God speaking to him in 1992. Those answers were documented and published and became widely known as the Conversation with God series. The wisdoms within the series are beyond profound, and they clearly explain why the world is constantly plagued with problems and provide spiritual advice about how humanity can change it all. These are the wisdoms that I applied in my life. Is it too unbelievable to imagine that our Creator has been providing solution to our personal and worldly problems for years through a human being? One of the biggest messages in book number 1 and in the entire Conversations with God series is that God is talking to all of us all the time. Most people are not necessarily hearing those answers clairaudiently. They are receiving Creator's answers in their own unique ways. Yes, Creator is answering all of our questions all of the time. The majority of us just don't realize it. God is life at your service. Creator sends an expert when you ask for one, patience when you need it, resolution about a nagging issue in your dreams, inspiration from a movie, direction when you're betwixt, a soulmate to enjoy your life with, and faith when you're in doubt. There's no shortage of ways that Creator is constantly talking to you and helping you. You may be surprised to know that Neale Donald Walsch was in the popular 2006 film The Secret. He wasn't a very big part of it and showed up near the end, which really shocked me at the time because I had already read many of Walsh's life-changing books, which are filled with all of the wisdoms that were mentioned in The Secret. So the creators of that film included Walsh, but gave him very little airtime in my opinion. I suspect that the reason was because back then, people weren't too ready for the idea of Creator being able to communicate to a human that way. I want you to know that Neale's books are not the only divinely channeled books in existence. There are many others that I have become aware of in the last 10 or 15 years. There are also vast numbers of spiritually compelling and captivating books out there that echo the very same wisdoms to enlighten and empower humanity that I have been discussing today. So I've been paying close attention and recognizing the same wisdoms coming from many places. I have also applied them and yielded astounding results. So for many years, people around the world have been applying what they have discovered and have volunteered to help prepare humanity for this pivotal time in human evolution. Many, if not all, have incredibly magical and inspiring stories to tell as well. We will empower, inspire, and uplift each other one story at a time. Hopefully, many of these dark actors who are harming our human family will decide to change their tune, repent, and withdraw from their harmful agendas, and reconsider the choices they're making and how they're adversely affecting our human family. Every day, more and more human eyes and ears are becoming aware of the deception and the corruption. All we need is a critical mass of people to see what they are doing and decide to take our power back. Many previously trusted individuals and their actions are now being questioned, exposed, deposed, and legally pursued, but not enough of them yet. Many people around the world who realize that something nefarious is going on are wrestling with their consciences and wondering if they can risk speaking out. Can they risk not speaking out? That is the question here. The freedom fighters, whose numbers are growing by the day, are on fire. They are living with purpose, and many are actively disengaging from and moving their energy away from those or that which have been deceiving, coercing, and harming humanity. They have withdrawn their consent, their endorsements, their involvements, their investments, their associations, and often their means of employment, because they know that everything is energy. They are severing their ties with people, organizations, and institutions that are not in alignment with love. These wise and authentic warriors have been carefully and strategically placing their energy into things they do approve of, consent to, and desire for themselves and for others. There are courses available which instruct people how to pull themselves out of systems that are designed to control and coerce them. There is a powerful human groundswell occurring. It must be a beautiful thing to witness from the heavens. A human family breaking free from the darkness and into the light. The Wisdoms and the Conversation with God series and many other books are for all of us. The dissemination and utilization of all the wisdoms contained within them has always been the goal. I use these creative principles, laws, and wisdoms to create my best life. May Neale Donald Walsch's books fly off the bookshelves of the world. They are worth their weight in gold. Please know that we're not alone here, and we never have been. Our Creator is cheering us on and will empower us to succeed in creating what Creator calls the grandest version of the greatest vision of our lives. The process of awakening has been accelerating at lightning speeds over the last few decades. We are remembering who we are, powerful, eternal, and unconditionally loved and cherished children of God. Humanity is now ready to evolve and usher in a magnificent and magical future. We need to self-select to participate. Could you imagine life having more meaning than helping to create a paradise on earth? I can't. So here's a quick review of my 3-step process. Number 1, wake people up as best you can and as lovingly as you can to the fact that we are powerful creators and that humanity's well-being is being threatened by a group of powerful people on the earth. Number 2, immediately participate in the love pulse at the top of any convenient hour. Doing something loving at the top of the hour is also encouraged. Say a daily prayer reflecting your intentions for your life and for the world. And number 3, Be as loving as possible in every possible moment. I pray that this communication is received with the intention and love with which it is being sent. May Creator shower you and yours with many blessings, and may the experience of the new spirituality be just a loving thought away. Quote, Conversations with God, Book 4, Awaken the Species by Neale Donald Walsch, published 2017. Page 79. History is now watching to see who on earth will choose to self-select as being committed to modeling these behaviors, and by their words and actions, join in a global movement to awaken their species. Who on earth will celebrate fully their true nature, and who will joyously co-create the wonderful days that lie ahead when they do so. End quote. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it more than you can ever know. Sincerely and lovingly, Jane.